Go ahead, drop some comments and repost this room. I'm gonna play some music. I just made some XRP, stacking money to the ceiling, multiply cause I need it, this the record where I see it, changing up my energy, no more time for enemies, I just want my money stacked up like a centipede, need a glass of Tito, candlestick torpedo, never sip on lean though, I just see my green, pour up, plata, I just need a casa. Hit the Megalodon's phone and we link mañana. Pour up, plata. I just need a casa. Hit the Megalodon's phone and we link mañana. I just make some XRP, stacking money to the ceiling, multiply cause I need it, this the record where I see it, Wake up, bro, my pesto, then I get my workout. Dreaming where the jets go, the city's where I rep now. Feeling like it's techno, the way she splits her legs, wow. Time for me to sweat, yo, I feel it from the sex now. Pour up, plata, I just need a casa. Hit the Megalodon's phone and we link mañana. Pour up, plata, I just need a casa. Hit the Megalodon's phone and we link mañana. I just made some XRP, stacking money to the ceiling, multiply cause I need it, this the record where I see it, pour up, plata, hit the Megalodon's phone, pour up, plata. Hit the Megalodon's phone and we link mañana. I just made some XRP, stacking money to the ceiling, multiply cause I need it, this the record where I see it, pour up, plata, I just need a casa. Hit the Megalodon's phone and we link mañana. Pour up, plata, I just need a casa. Hit the Megalodon's phone and we link mañana. All right, let's do one more. I see two things in here. Bread, eggs, papas. Well, let's go. Anybody who wants to come on stage, you're more than welcome to. You want to, stage farm a little bit, that's fine. It's probably not going to be the busiest of spaces. Everybody's looking at their head full in the charts, right? All-time high ticked on Bitcoin, right? That happened like an hour and a half ago, 2 hours ago. So very bullish, you guys. And we're watching what's going to happen now, right? Are we going to get rejected? If we're not getting kicked in the balls here, then, we're probably good for another all-time high. Then I am a believer as well. I'm just trying to get this website here to go up. I've been doing some digging on this monad, so we're going to talk about that today. So first we're going to touch on the market. Then we're going to go through that monad thing again because I actually, pretty bullish on it. I did dig some, dug up some more information, and I am getting really bullish on it, not going to lie, right? I'm feeling myself becoming somewhat of a maxi there, strangely enough. So I'm trying to get our theme song up right now. If it wants to. Except my Wi-Fi is a little bit glitchy today, and I do not know why. It's been doing that the whole day. Maybe somebody's digging outside there and doing something. Oh, it's because this is stuck. All right, well, cool. Let me go ahead and do it like this. Or else we're gonna. Can you play it, Tic?
Yeah, one sec. Hold up.
Everything is stuck here with me. The Telegram is stuck. Discord is stuck. I have too much. Bear with it anymore. Maybe I should open the laptop.
Yeah, let me go ahead and fire one up.
Yeah.
Let me see, what do I got that we did? God, I've just got so many. This one? What's... Yeah. Oh, I didn't like this one. In the trench and making hella bad decisions.
Well, you gotta rap first.
Trying to see 100 digits, couldn't catch the pump. Got me tripping, now I'm lacking the... I don't know about that one.
I don't know.
Oh, there's this one.
What's the ticker?
There we go. I see Milan's listening.
What's the ticker? Where's it at? What's the ticker? Where's it at? I got crypto in the bag, send the CA in the chat. Gonna ape another fact. Got her moving like a gat, and the soul is moving quickly. I'm gonna squeeze them where they at. I'm trying to bring them in. Comes back 1,000 X's gonna land. I got chilling in the back, and the gas fees are gonna slap. Where's
yes, trying to raise that one up to come and show. But so far, no luck. And then I'm like, yeah, dudes, I don't know what are you guys doing, right? I'm giving you a free platform. I may want to buy a bag. I'm a customer, right? And so just have the guts to go on stage. And if they don't, then I'm immediately a little bit bearish on them because I'm a potential investor, right?
Mm.
And so yeah, there's that. Let me see. Oh, it wants to do something now. Oh, the Mac wants to do something. Is it gonna happen? I think it's gonna happen. Let's go. All right, play this last song. Wait for more people to come in, because when I start giving out an information on Monad, I like to be, having a lot of people in here, so I don't need to repeat myself and or answer questions later. So let's
Oh,
listen
there
to
we
one more
go.
song here, and then we'll go. I got it. See, I got it.
Sick.
It's the good one too. I like this one for intro.
Yeah, it's got a
Let's check it
very
out.
epic feel.
There we go.
What's the tick of food? They see me coming through, some nana and some soul. A bag of VE2, and yo ain't nothing new. It's same old attitude. Very bullish, yes, it's true. And every single thing
Pokemon
I do,
team.
got limit orders coming through.
Going
Make sure
on?
my needs met the only way I'm going in. If the profit's decent, it's no joke, I ain't eating. If the news is recent, I might have to eat in. The charts are going crazy, don't need a reason. Oh, simple, it ain't all season. Oh, simple, it ain't all season.
You guys, all-time high Bitcoin. I want to see some emojis. What is this? Let's go.
Oh, simple, it ain't all season.
There we go. See? Clap these hands. Clap, clap. Clap, clap. Keep clapping. One more clap. Here we go. One more clap for Bitcoin.
Let's
All
go.
right, let's head over to the charts first, right? I'm gonna have to take a look at that because I'm turning a little bit more bullish towards another all-time high on Bitcoin. I also want to go over to some of the dates. I'm gonna talk about that are going to be important this week, and then we're moving on to Monad and how you can get as much testnet tokens as possible, and what the deal is over there, right? Because, like I said, I'm turning more bullish on with every corner. So let's have a look at Bitcoin. And today, if it wants to, the Mac wants to work with me. Let's go pick up the Bitcoin. I also want to have the dominance right with me there. We are hanging around. We are hanging around. We are doing it. We're pumping a little bit, but you know, and the market is pulling along because that dominance is just slightly, being stabilized here, possibly going up. I see that happening. We're looking a little bit exhausted on the 1 hour. That's fine. We do not need to make an all-time high today, right? This is very bullish what it's doing right here. It took out 3 billion worth of shorts. And this morning I said it in Lamp Space. I was like, oh my God, that heat map is heating up there. And I think the market maker is going to try and get these bears liquidated, right? Wreck them right up there. And that is just, bullish to see. However, now there is a long buildup, right? Because what happens when Bitcoin turns green? People are going to open their longs, and you should have opened your long already. That's your future trade should be differently strategized this way. Do not wait for green, then you are too late. So I'm looking at that heat map, and I'm now seeing that maybe that market maker, the puppet monster, wants to take out maybe some bulls, right? And where are these bulls? Where? Yeah, if they get liquidated, they will do so at the 17.420, but even more on the 106, right? 106.7. So I'm looking for these areas, maybe for a pullback, right? because it looks like there's this buildup on the longs, and I know the market wants to get as much money on board as possible. So it's, it came for the bears, liquidated those, but now it might want to liquidate some longs there. So yeah, looking for some retesting is something there. Let's look at the 3 hour. 3 hour for Bitcoin for me is bullish. And so the 3 hour has massive bullish divergence, actually. So we might just, before we go retest, we might just go ahead and go and touch that 109 again, and maybe even shoot past it. And so we're going to get excited today, because that means that maybe we're even heading into the 110, maybe even a wick in the 112. It looks like it has enough steam to do that. Let's go ahead then check that volume, because this is all, of course, volume dependent. This morning was 33 billion volume. And today, let's have a look at the Bitcoin. Check that volume for the BTC.
67.9.
40.
No?
No, I'm looking at my coin ranking bot. See, this is the thing. I need the 24 hours is different for everybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I want to have the total of all in the ecosystem of Bitcoin.
Oh, I see
And
it. 40,
yeah,
yeah.
and I use 47.4 billion. So, it was 33 billion this morning. So all of this lot came in, and we kind of want to see. Now I kind of want to see what ETH is doing and all of that. And so before I even look at that dominance chart and pick it up, I can see that the dominance is up, because Bitcoin only has 21.5. It's back to being about half of Bitcoin, which it usually is, right? Stabilized there. So, if we want to see the alts running, we need to see ETH being right up there in volume with Bitcoin, equally or even surpassing Bitcoin in volume. So now I'm going to look for that dominance and see if I'm right about that conclusion, because you got to check yourself before you wreck yourself, right? Because I can be wrong too.
I don't think so.
So I'm going to. Yeah. Well, there's that. I see a lot of people saying things, and I'm right. All right, I'm not even going to explain myself anymore. And sometimes it's just like, all right, everybody
You don't
sees
even
what they want to see.
dignify it, yeah.
So I was thinking, like I said before, I see the dominance being stabilized. Yes, indeed, it is at 64.12. Let's pull up that super chart then. Let's see what that looks like for the chart of the. What you need to understand is that Bitcoin dominance, it's a chart. We can superchart the chart, but it's not a coin. We're doing the dominance in the market thing, right? And sometimes on the hourly that can look really, really bad, but on an hour moves, it moves maybe 0.5%, right? So it can look really bullish for that to come down, but it's never coming down in 5% in 1 hour like a coin would. So you got to look at that chart very, very differently. I see on the 3 hour, see there golden cross forming. Now there is some bearish divergence, but it's flipped completely bullish on the 3 hour, which it must, because we cannot have two things be true at the same time here with Bitcoin dominance and Bitcoin. If we want another all-time high on Bitcoin, the dominance has to rise. Most of the money has to be in Bitcoin to pump the Bitcoin, see? So, are we getting some relief? Yeah, possibly when Bitcoin is done doing that, right? But actually, we're about to flip bullish on that 4th hour, and that daily will possibly. So it looks like the daily wants to follow. It retaken some of that 200 EMA. It fell through there, and it retook it now. So, the dominance is gonna rise. And where it's going to rise to, I think 64.5, 65%, right? It's going to go there again, and then we'll have to see what happens next over there. But it's kind of repeating that pattern of behavior. And the Bitcoin dominance has not flipped yet bearish on the daily at all, right? It did so. It did so in November. It flipped bear, and that's where we got that relief rally. And I'm looking for the same moves over there, because if you are looking at the chart and looking at these two previous moves before that dip on the dominance, then you see that we're kind of doing the same thing now. So for a while we're going up 65, or even maybe going to 66, you guys. So there's nothing coming down on that one. So that means when Bitcoin pumps, the alts will pump with. When Bitcoin retraces tomorrow or later today, then your alts will be going red again too. And you can tell clearly that, every layer one in particular is still dealing with their own resistance. Sui needs that $4, right? Solana needs the 176. XRP needs the 150 something, right? So they all are moving on their, trying to move on support and trying to retake the areas that they need to in order for another leg up. And they're just not there yet. So, but that's in essence kind of bullish, right? Because that's what we want to be. And we can trade these moves in the market if you understand what's going on with the dominance in Bitcoin and how your altcoins then behave. So if the dominance now stabilized a little bit on its 64, we know that the alts are just going to move with Bitcoin. And if we then see a retracement on Bitcoin, because you always get some sort of reaction from that all-time high, previous all-time high, then you know that you need to, if your bag is up there, right, you can either scalp some, you can, if you had a future open for your longs, like I did, I opened them yesterday, and then you need to close them because the longs are not going to long for much more if Bitcoin is doing a little bit of a retracement. So, yeah, that's the basically the alpha. And that you have anything you want to touch on? Like I said, Sui is gonna have to deal with that $4 range. That is a thing. Now, for Sui, is such a young token. It's not really bad resistance over there, but it is resistance nevertheless, right? Let's have a look at Cholana. Cholana is doing also. Cholana. Cholana.
That's awesome.
That kind of fits. Yeah,
it does. For whatever reason, it totally fits. I'm like, I totally know what you're saying.
Cholana. It's like, yeah, well, let's not. So the 176, thing is going to be a thing. And then the 180 is going to be a thing again, right? And then 200 is going to be more of a resistance zone for Solana. Yeah, we see the market picking up. AVAX is making some moves. AVAX actually looks like a breakout. I'm looking for a setup there for a good trade, right? A good long. Now AVAX is Avalanche is moving slower than the rest. It's kind of like XRP in this way, right? There's a lot of sideways movement, and there's not a lot of volatility in that chart at all. And so, to sometimes you see the setup. But I got to look at it for maybe 3 days more before I open the trade on it because it just moves sideways like this. So let's look at Tron, TRX. Jesus, there's like spikes over there. That thing, right? Let's see what's going on here. Also, Tron tends to move like that, slower. Um, I'm not particularly bullish on Tron. I like the community on Tron. I think it's fun. They have a fun ecosystem going on there, especially with the memes. There's the big meme on there is Tron guy, which is actually a guy, right, with like the dad bod on steroids, for real. But yeah, he recognized himself as not being the most blessed in the world when it came to that, and so he hoisted him in itself in a spandex, in a gray spandex, and called himself a Tron guy. It made eyes on X, and then he opened a token, and now it's one of the biggest tokens on Tron. And he's actually in their spaces. You can talk to Tron guy, right? Yes, it's some website and media thing. It's hilarious. And of course, there's something with the chickens on there too. I forgot the ticker over there. But yeah, on AVAX, the big token, meme token on AVAX would be Cock Inu, right? Cock Inu is a thing. And it gathered some eyes last year. Last year, I think it was in the fall. No, is it 23 in the fall? No, I think it was 24. And so Cock Inu on AVAX, one of the bigger memes over there. So if you're looking for some big memes on different chains, right, then there's the alpha on that. There are some other bullish tokens, but that Cock Inu is just something that I can really, because it's catchy. It's catchy. It also has like a tier 2 listing. So it had the lower listings like Maxi, Bank and shit. And now they're on Big Cat, but I can see that they are gonna maybe catch some more of these bigger listings, right? Something keeps scraping against my mic.
There's some sort of sound, and it sounds like something keeps rubbing up against the microphone. It's like,
is it gone?
I was hearing it when you were talking. It sounded like something kept brushing up. Like, I don't know if this is doing it, but it was kind of like this. Like something kept banging up against the microphone. Sorry, I just wanted to give you a heads up.
No. Tell me in the space. Is that going on still?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, because I don't know how your mic's. Is your mic? It's not attached to you, right? Or it's like not a headphone, is it?
No.
Huh.
I
Yeah, it's
have
almost.
one.
It almost sounds like something's like brushing up against it, or like.
Oh,
And
Jesus Christ.
no one else is on stage with us, right?
No.
Is it just you and me? I wonder what it is. Yeah, it almost sounds like you're like. I'm sorry. Yeah, does everyone else hears this too, right? Let me see a thumbs up in the.
Everybody just throw an emoji if my microphone is just glitchy and stuff.
Maybe I'm crazy. Here, go ahead and continue talking. I think that we're okay. So we were talking about we were talking about Tron and AVAX.
No, AVAX. I moved on.
AVAX,
Is it gone
AVAX.
now?
Now I don't hear anything. No. Yeah, you're good.
Well, I just took my cover off. So, is it okay now?
Oh, maybe that. Yeah, maybe it was the cover somehow. Yeah, it sounded like something kept brushing up against it though, like something kept knocking against it. Like.
All right. Well, you know what? We fixed it.
Cool. Sorry about that. Moving on.
Yes, Kak Inu. Every time I say it, I think it's fun. Kak Inu on AVAX, right? That's a big token there. Bullish on it because of multiple reasons. Right. What we have next? Yes, AI narrative on Solana. The only tokens that I have on Solana beside POX, right, is these AI tokens on Solana. I think AI narrative is gonna, really do well. Just be careful because the AI narrative sometimes is kind of a bit of smoke and mirrors, right? They have this AI utility, but is it really utility that is necessary, right? Usually it's something fun and it's AI, and so they call themselves an AI token, but there's actually not much of that utility supporting. So don't route trip it, right? Trade it, buy back, write it, 1000x it, but then exit, right? Because these narratives are bull cycle. You have these narratives that really do well, but it's different every time. So you don't want to get caught up. And of course, the technology in AI is like so quickly evolving, right? So you really don't want to hodl that on for years in your portfolio, right? So to take some positions, it's fine. But yeah, these are I don't see them, I don't want to rotate any of them or hold on longer than I need to. So if it does the X's for you coming all season, the AI narrative is really going to explode, right? That's just going to happen. So yeah, that is what I'm doing on Solana. I'm not looking for, I have a few bags and projects of people that I know and work hard and stuff like little moon bags, but I don't count those towards my portfolio. If they do something, they do something. If not, okay too, right? It's not something that I'm expecting anything of. I do expect a lot of my portfolio. I think it took a long time to build. So yeah, with that, let's go ahead and move on. I see a lot of people of Vault Inu in the crowd, and maybe we can pull up the the website again on the live stream or something bullish. Maybe we can clip it.
Yes. So Vault Inu started off as a meme coin a couple years ago. It's been 3 years now, I believe, right? And over the last 3 years, they've actually developed several utilities. They've got the Volti Games. They've got their decentralized exchange called VoltiChange. They have their NFT collection, which is the Volt Dragon Sailor collection of NFTs with an insanely high floor price. So they are very valuable NFTs. The VoltiFlex is actually still in the work, and then we have the AI technology, the Volti Eco, as well. And their presence on Twitter is like unparalleled. These guys are always in spaces talking about what they're developing, talking about the future of the project, and building the community, which is something that you don't really, you don't see as much of in crypto, lately. And, a lot of smoke and mirrors, like Wilder was saying, that there's a lot of these pump and dumps and these coins that lack any sustainable plan. But with like something like Volt Inu, that's more of, and this is not financial advice, but Volt Inu is a way that you can actually kind of put your investment in and let it grow. And they have their whole roadmap where we're at stage 5 in the roadmap, the 3 years in the making. And on the horizon, we have a series of different projects and utilities that are being developed. And, one of the icing on the cake to me is that Volt Inu is still not listed on the top 3 centralized exchanges. So those listings have not even happened yet. And typically when a token gets listed, what happens, at least initially. So, when those listings do happen, there will be people that are holding bags that will probably, if they sell, they'll be able to make some profit. And, that's what we look for here, is that alpha. We look for opportunities like this. And Volt Inu is actually one that, we stand behind, because these guys are constantly showing up and talking about their project. Sorry if I went on too long with that one, Wilder.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I was going through the comments and looking while I listened to you, giving that alpha. Look, you guys, it's going to be when alt season hits. These exchanges there's going to be listings every day. You're going to see posts of listings here, listings there. They are really, really putting their feet on the gas pedal when it comes to listings. And when it is alt season, it's going to happen really quick. And it's going to be, like I always say, look, you want to have a position in some things you believe in, you did research for, right? And I'm, not financial advice to anybody. We're just trying to lay bare here what is, I think, the real tokens that put work in, that have a community, that have conviction, that are going to be loud about it when there is any green candle, right, on any day, right, but especially when it starts running. And I know from last alt season, these pumps are going to come in so fast. So I cannot stress enough that you need to take some positions right before that happens. It's like the train is taken off and you're running behind the train. If you have some eye on what you want to get into, or already start looking to get in on, right? And so because it happens so fast, you'll be chasing. Now look, you are going to make some money. You are. Even if you're chasing green, you probably are going to make some money. But don't forget that these X's, that these are for the people who held the floor, who bought the floor. And rightfully so, bless them, right? They put in the work, they will get rewarded. That's how it works. So, bullish on communities that stick with it, even in the bear market, right? And you want to be with those. Because like I said, if the green comes, these are going to be bull posting. Look, if the green comes from my coins, I'll be bull posting too. And I'll be bull posting Volt Inu. And I'll be bull posting the whole lot that I got, right? You see me, I will make 10 posts a day about things. Being elated, right? Posting charts, being like, yeah, see, look at this green dildo over here. It's in your face.
It feels good to be right.
Yeah, it's good because you feel elated because you held and you got rewarded. How do you think I felt when XRP, right, did that first leg up, and you are on a 19-cent average there. But you had to sit and wait there for 3 freaking years.
You had to work, yeah.
DCAing that. No, there were some days that were rough. You were doing your DCA, and I was like, yeah, my rule is to DCA, but do I want to still DCA in on this, right? It's going to be rough. That. It's not, in hindsight, everything is perfectly fine, but I can be honest and say, like, yeah, there were some days
it's stressful.
I was like, why am I still buying this fucking XRP, right? Especially if you are in spaces or you are posting something about XRP and people are funding your bag straight under your post, right?
You know what, though? There is something to be said about that sort of discipline, though, and that approach and that strategy when it comes to investing, rather than praying for the 1000x in Cholana land, like trying degenning, and you get what I'm saying, like putting all your eggs in one basket, and trying to hit that 1000x. It's like the strategy that you took, the long, slow, hard road, is the one that no one really wants to choose that path, but That's the way that it can actually benefit you the most. Anyone that's been successful.
Yeah, well, this is the thing, right? So if you have 3 years of DCA, let's say I build a bag, so I get bigger bags, but let's say you build a bag, you put $2,000 in over 3 years. That's basically nothing. You possibly over if you do it over 3 years, you'll be sitting on a 5K bag into XRP. You have been DCing, so you average your bag of 5K is like maybe it's one day it's like 4,700, one day it's worth 5,500. You're always around something really looking good, right? So the bag is not giving you a problem. So you can huddle on, being like, yeah, look, if I decide to leave now, I'm not at a loss, or I just wait till I'm not in a loss and then rotate my position out. But then the thing does a 5 or 6x, $30,000.
Yeah.
I mean, did I make any $30,000 degenning around on Solana? No.
Hell no.
I've yet to see that happen.
Right.
Also, I'm not going in with 5K bags there.
Yeah.
Because they rugged, my 5K is gone. I have nothing. No,
Instantly, yeah.
Instantly. So or maybe you go down to 2,500 and you're gonna try and do it again. The fastest way to get liquidated is this way. Now, okay, look, I like to degen too. Sure. Not with 5K and always with money that I can lose. But your best strategy is still this strategy. I cannot stress that enough. I mean, a kid can do it. The thing is that you do not, because I trade as well. So I'm looking at the XRP chart. But if I was not, trading, I wouldn't have even looked at that X. I just do my rule. I'm buying this much every week or bi-weekly, and I don't, wherever the chart is, I'll just, I'll see it in the post on X if it's freaking up. Right, everybody will XRP, or in the Discord, right? So yeah, and the bag always looks good this way, so your money is still worth what it is worth if you have a good DCA regime going for yourself. Same goes for Jasmine, right? Same goes for Jasmine. Same went for Caspa, right? Same went for me for Injective. That's in my portfolio. Injective did me a 47x.
Damn.
After 2 years of DCA. I'm not joking that this cycle I'm going to be a millionaire. I'm not even joking. That is programmed because I programmed it myself. That's just going to happen. So one day, Wild will not be here. If I won't be here anymore, think of me in a good way. I'm having fun somewhere. I'm not, I'll make a post later from the beach. But I wish that for everybody, right? I wish that for everybody. I want you to win. That's the thing. You can win. You just need to have some freaking patience. And if you're bullish on something, then you did your research and you have conviction. And sometimes you need to, when your DCA is a little rough, especially in the bear market, not gonna lie, it's rough, right? It's freaking wrecking your. Yes, no wonder we feel like we aged like 10 years. And when we talk about the last bull cycle, it feels like I'm talking about a freaking different generation, like 50 years ago, right? But it makes you feel old because that bear market is just so rough that it feels like it's freaking 30 years. So, and that's because it's emotionally it's rough, right? You're looking at these things as red and you don't know where it's going. So am I buying the right thing here? Am I doing okay? So that's why conviction and your own research helps you to have that conviction. Not me saying this in spaces, not anybody else posting like, yeah, you should get some XRP or you should get some, Caspa or get some Sui or Solana. No, you got to do your own research and see what is bullish. And there's always a bearish argument too. Look at the bearish argument and see if that holds up against it. And then you can check your conviction, right? So that's I think the way. And if you don't do your own research, you're gonna doubt yourself because you just heard it from word of mouth, and you're gonna be like, oh my god, I saw an expos and I'm sitting with 5K bags, right? Is this gonna go anywhere? Right? The Bitcoin's pumping, everything's pumping. My bag's not pumping there. What's going on? What's happening, right? And you possibly feel like you need to rotate out and so that jazz. So So yeah, we did the Vault Inu thing. Let's put it into some shorts, cut it up and cook it,
Mm-hmm.
and let's move on to that Monad thing, right? If any of you like to come up on stage, you're more than welcome to. You're more than welcome to shill yourself. It could be a thing too. We'll put you on blast. Yeah, Brad, how about it? Shill your NFT. I think that's bullish.
Yes, I want to get some more people up here, get some more voices for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've been trying to do some research since you kind of hinted at Monad and the alpha behind that. So I was trying to
Yeah.
use Perplexity AI to do some deep research on it. Which Perplexity, if you haven't used it, is a great way to search multiple sources at the same time. But the information I found on Monad. So let's see, Kian Han and James Hunsaker both spent.
Yes,
Oh,
they
yeah.
are from Quant, right? They're from Quant. Let's get first up straight up.
Oh,
So I don't know if you guys know Quant,
I
but they
don't.
are from Quant. Yes. So bullish, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And I'm not going to interrupt you. Go till you start.
Well, and then let's see. Eunice Giarda, co-founder and chief COO, previously worked as a rate derivatives trader at Bank of America Merrill Lynch and led product teams at Broadway Technology and Shutterstock. And then let's see, Kevin the intern, another notable team leader, left CMS Holdings, respected crypto investment firm to join Monad, citing the project's strong conviction with technical innovation and potential. And let's see, so there's some other stuff too that I had came across about how the testnet started February 19th of 2025, 2 years of development. Interacting with a growing suite of over 50 dApps and integrations. Supports up to 10,000 transactions per second, 1 second block times, thanks to parallel execution and custom database solution. EVM compatibility. Developers can deploy existing Ethereum smart contracts and dApps without modification. Community engagement. Nearly 9 million active Ethereum addresses receive testnet tokens, incentivizing broad participation in testing. Ecosystem growth. Major platforms such as Uniswap have integrated with the Monad testnet, and the ecosystem directory lists dozens of projects already building on the network. And then it goes on too, but these are some key points that I've kind of just observed, just kind of like interacting with the testnet. I was like thinking to myself, like, damn, there's a lot of apps. There's a lot of things being developed on this network. And coming across this affirms all of that, and I'm excited to hear about what you found out as well.
Yes, exactly. Well, it's kind of bullish all over, right? Because I'm seeing more and more of these signs on there, and I'm looking at what's being built in the just in the testnet right now, and it's so extensive that I'm just getting more bullish on it. I've had the same, sometimes just a vibe that you get
Mm-hmm.
being
Mm-hmm.
on a certain chain. I'm trying to in the Discord see if we can talk to team. I'd like to talk to people, and that would be super bullish if we could. But it's just giving me these vibes that I got from Sui too and the testnet. Even though on Sui there was like 80% less being built in testnet.
Yeah, I mean,
So,
there's
but
even less now
yeah.
than there is on Monad. Damn, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. Well, that's okay. So when we talk about EVM compatibility, what is then Monad really? What are these chains really? What? Because I kind of also go, I say, oh, EVM compatible, and then a lot of people are like, all right, maybe you're thinking now, what the fuck is that? So I kind of realized somebody was actually pointing it out to me, like, yeah, you're saying something, but please give, what is that? Basically, it's um, a rebuild of Ethereum. That's what these layers are, right? So the better version of Ethereum. That's how you need to see it. And we call those like a rebuild. So a better Ethereum, and so something that parallel scales as a rebuild Ethereum, just like Sui. So it's just as fast as Sui. I think even it can do a little bit more, than Sui, and the gas prices are even cheaper. It's next to nothing. All right, so now we're bullish on this Monad thing. So you guys, I was moving around some Ethereum. I gunned 5 wallets, including also 3 wallets of Phantom. So I'm just hyper fauceting right now. So I'm logging in with different and just getting testnet tokens, right? And that's a way to get more tokens, I found, because you can just hook up different wallets like that and then milk it, right? So yeah, that's a strategy you can do to gain more testnet tokens. So now you got these testnet tokens. What do? You're gonna test the net. Very easy. And you're gonna do that as much as freaking possible. Because if you do that, the more you do that, the more airdrops you will get, the more rewards you will get. That's how it works. So you will actually, when it goes live, you will get mainnet tokens, real MON, because MON is going to be the ticker right there. So that is just basically in a nutshell what you need to be doing. Now this is for free. It's just going to take some of your time, but you can have fun with it. And the most fun, I think, are with these free mints. So, Tic, are there any new free mints that we can look at on the Monad?
Let's see. I'll pull
Because
up
then
Magic
the
Eden.
free ones are nice because then we don't have to spend as much tokens and we can do a lot of transactions. So the alpha with your mainnet tokens is to do as much transactions as possible from that wallet in order to be rewarded main tokens, right? An airdrop from main tokens, and these can really add up. So it can actually be, some side hustle. If that's what you're into, I'm interested in it because Lam mentioned it earlier too. Like, let's say you have $200 of airdrops, you, and with that $200 that you got for free simply for testing the net, you can buy some projects on Monad. And you're gonna have front row seats because you're gonna be so ugly early that you're gonna, with that $200 can turn into 2,000 or 20,000 even.
Yeah.
I've seen it. I kind of skipped over the summer because I had a very bearish summer. Um, I had to take care of a family member that was in the last stage of life, and so I wasn't paying any attention to crypto at all. But that hippo token, hippo meme started then and there on Sui. I kind of missed the train, but there are people doing 1,000x there. There's
Wow.
actually people did 2,000x there.
Jeez.
Yeah, because it went to like 210 mil.
Oh, here's a free mint. This one's, I think I've already minted a few of these. I just minted another one here. So I'm gonna go ahead. Should I post it on my? We should. The Telegram thing. So how I mean, I could make it. I've never actually made a Telegram channel.
No, but what I wanted to do
new
is,
channel.
no, not a channel. Well, we can have a channel and a group. So I kind of was thinking to myself, like, how are we going to do this? Because I kind of want to make it like you would make a token TG. Right? And so it has a channel that people need to see if they're not a bot, because or else you're going to get botted so much. That's the thing in the Telegram. And I kind of also wanted to have it set up with rows, right? And so we can have some things that are on autopilot there, because at one point I do want to have a what do you say, like a scanner in there, that if you do not hold certain things, you cannot be part of the group.
Right.
You cannot be part of the group. So if, let's say, but then for the Doginal dogs, I kind of want to make that exception, because the starter dogs are not NFTs in wallets, so I cannot screenshot those, right? So it cannot detect those. So we got to figure out a way for something,
to whitelist people. Yeah, so there's like a token gate that you have to have at least 1,000 tokens or whatever. Like $5 worth.
Well, this is what we can do, right? We can well, maybe talk about that in the back office. But
using the Monad.
We can actually we can go on Monad. And I don't know if the scanner that I'm using, the bot that I'm using for the TG to scan a wallet, and It's not scanning a wallet and seeing what you have in your wallet. I will just tell it like, hey, look for this. And then it will scan. And then when it found the thing that I was looking for, then you're allowed in a Telegram. So it's not like your wallet's being, known to me or to anybody else. It's just
That you have a
how you
transaction
can.
history with a certain wallet or something like that, right? Essentially.
Could be that too. Yeah, could be that too. But we could actually make what's the ticker and short it down to $sign WTT.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Because I mean, that's a good token anyway. I'm sure that, and yeah, finding a unique ticker would be key in that. I feel like that's kind of
Well,
essential.
then what we can do then for the group is to say like, all right, you need to hold 1,000 WTT.
Or POX, we could, yeah, the WTT is good. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, and look, this is all future talk, but it could be looking something like that. So, but to set it up takes a little bit. It takes like an hour to set up a TG in the correct way like this because you need to build the portal and then the group behind it, and then you want to go ahead and add your bots in there because if somebody tosses to CA in there, I do want to have like a scanner in there immediately. But we can do some trading. Um, some calls that people make, right? And then do a top three and then possibly give out some prizes for that. So,
Yeah,
maybe some
Signal bots
DJing
are
going on.
sick. Yeah.
Yeah, I can use, maybe I can hook up my prophecy signal thing, right? So, yeah, well, you know what? There's going to be a lot of bullishness with that. And then we can drop all this alpha that we find left and right into the group too. So yeah, all these mints that we can do a monad, or if monad is going main, we're going to be the first monad alpha group. And I don't know, but that Sui Insiders, yeah, that started with 25 people,
Wow.
and that group is now 5K or something, and they're constantly degening in there and printing, right? And so we want to have these things early, you guys. We are going to be a monad posse. Let's do it. I think it's such a, I don't know if it can scan for testnet tokens. I don't know if it's up for that. Should be able to do it, right? Because it's like I said, it's EVM compatible. It's that rebuild of Ethereum, so it should be doing that stuff. So the alpha is you can make multiple wallets and do multiple faucet rounds for Monad. There was another thing where you can find, but I cannot find it anymore, where you could get more Monad. Um, there are some giveaways for Monad that we could possibly be looking at. I looked at them, but they were a little older and done already. But I'm kind of on the wire for those, so you can engage and win some tokens there. And of course, we can do our own Monad giveaway too, Tick. At one point.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm bullish on it. It's the kind of one I want to talk to Monad people.
Monad milk. There's a monad milk. What? Did you see that?
There is. Yeah, they kind of stole my idea.
Yeah, free. Oh, it's a free mint. I'm gonna grab me one of these.
Yes, grab. Can you post it up in the thing?
Yeah, here. This is. I'll send it to you on Telegram. Here, I can post it
Yeah.
on the thing too.
Or pull it up on the live stream. Oh my God, we need to have this. Lamb people, everybody, if you're doing this Monad thing, you got to have the Monad milk NFT.
Yeah, they're free. Yeah, you just go on the Monad
It's a free mint.
testnet, and then
Yeah.
it's finding the free ones is kind of tricky. It seems like. Let me see. Is this? Oh no, it's not. You just organize by price, and all the ones that look. All these ones I'm coming across. Ooh, Monad Punk. I want this guy.
Wallet limit 4. You can do 4 free mints. Connect wallet to mint. I'm gonna go and connect my wallet. Connect the wallet. Now I need to sign up. Why is this not view all the wallets? I don't want MetaMask. I want my Phantom to do.
Yeah, some of these are like passes also to be like Origin Planetary Pass. So if you get this NFT, it's basically a ticket it looks like to join their Discord, probably like a private Discord server. But yeah, so some of this stuff, like there's opportunity for you to find things that could help you out in one way or another. You know what I mean? And you just kind of have to like dig. But yeah, there's definitely a rabbit hole here when you start looking at all the stuff there is to Monad. It just goes on forever. You could, just so much to it.
Oh yeah, I'm just hooking up my Phantom wallet right now and see if I can mint 4 of these free mints. Meanwhile, I'm gonna send that link out to. So if you can see it, it's right now on the live stream. Or you can go to Magic Eden, the NFT marketplace, and look for Monad Milk there. Search yourself, because posting links on X is bearish, right? Let me just unlock my wallet there. I'm going to send it to Lamb. Lamb, I'm going to send it to you into TG.
Ooh, this is a free mint, and this one is pretty hot. I like this one. Here, it's a CryptoPunk guy.
Oh yeah, I want that one too. Hold on.
Did you see it? It's the Saudi CryptoPunk. Yeah, that's very bullish.
Here we go. Connecting. I'm doing the connecting. So Lamb, if you're listening, thumbs up if you're listening. I'm sending it to you on Telegram. You guys, thumbs up if you're minting with us, right? If you're all about it. I need to update my network. This is fun. It's always something.
Me, I'm driving down the road back and forth when I'm listening.
All right, then, keep it in your mind that it's there. And, all right, so I'm trying to do this with Phantom. However, my Phantom doesn't want to change to... All right, let's try this again. Let's try again. You're sending me all these mints.
Oh yeah, OGM. It's that one ends in 5 days. So some of these are like on a time limit, and they only have like many. Yeah.
But we want to do as much mints as possible. We're gonna daily do this in the space, you guys. We're gonna hunt down. We're gonna make transactions. We gotta get as much airdrops as possible. Because you get them for free just to check out that system, and it's good for the system that needs to be tested. That's why it's in testnet, right? They want people to test. You get rewarded for this testing if you test a lot. So but it's kind of fun to do. Get some free stuff, get some free NFTs this way, even though it's like quote unquote fake, right? It's not real because we're testing the net, but it's fun to do. Also, it gives you already the roadmap on that Monad test net, right? So when Monad goes to main net, it is much the same. So you know where to go for NFTs. You know where to go for tokens. You know what utility is being built up there, right? You know what the bullishness there. So you can take some front row positions, and you can actually do like crazy numbers when these things, even if the mainnet of Monad is not going to be bullish at all, like Sui, if it lags behind. I mean, just getting up there early is giving you so much upside potential. And again, if you get some bucks, back in these airdrops, you can then toss it into that ecosystem, and it's going to cost you nothing. Then the moon bags are going to cost you nothing. So I think like a triple win. Click to connect. That pop-up won't go for my... Let's try again. Phantom is actually recommended here. You can do that with any wallet, right? It lists like 484 wallets or something like that. But this is the one that I have some Monad in, so confirm. And it puts me on Ethereum. Why is it doing that? I had it set to Monad. So you're doing this with Phantom wallets? I'm trying to do this for the first time.
Let's see. I'm doing it with Phantom. And then on the top right on Magic Eden, you pull up your like profile or whatever, and then you can, on the main part, on the second tier down, there's the Ethereum. You collect Monad testnet.
Yeah, I minted 4. successfully. We have 11 days left on purple milk, Monad milk, right?
Mm-hmm.
I sent Lem. I sent you the link. Yeah, we really need to get that Telegram thing so we can do these. We can. You know what? We're just gonna go be Monad Maxis for testnet, amongst other bullish stuff. But that's just gonna be a thing that we're gonna do daily, test the net. All right. So I got 4 Monad Milk purple NFTs, which were free. The mint ends in 11 days, so we have time to mint here. All right, so up to the next one, next free mint. Next, more of this minting. See, I think it's fun. We can be here in the space. We're live anyway. And then we go ahead and just, let me go. These punks are looking, these L Shake.
Mm-hmm.
They're actually pretty cool. All right, I'm going to forward those to Lamb here because then he can, mint with us.
I love that. The CryptoPunk that's hilarious. I'm gonna repost that.
That's hilarious. The El Shack.
Yeah.
El Shack. Oh God, I want one. It's how much can we mint of those? And then I'll go ahead and look after I mint it. I'm gonna look in my wallet to see if we can take a look at those. Right? What have I got on this? 4 purple milk. So all right, I'm on 4 purple milk, and I have L Shack, and I can only mint 1 or more. It's live. It's 2 days left, right? 2 days and 10 hours left. So there's enough for you to.
I'm gonna mint another one. Yeah.
I just chose 5. See if they. I'm minting 5.
Oh yeah, why not? Right?
Why not? I minted 5 of the L Shake. It's so much fun. L Shake.
Yeah, I own 7 now. Hell yeah. So I wonder how many there are to mint. Let me see. Owners, 142,000 owners. Gee, what?
Yeah,
Damn.
this is just for transactions, right? So this is really like in essence testnet fun. It's just to mint as much as possible.
I wonder how many of those.
I like the OGM. Become an OG. I
Yeah.
want to become. I have 5 L shakes, and now I want to have like an OG.
Yeah, the OGM.
OGM.
Yeah, he's
OG
dope.
Monad.
I knew you'd like him. Yeah.
Yeah,
he's cool. That's funny.
So bullish on this. I love doing this. I hope you're having fun with us, or at least you can later on, right? It's hard to put all right, but 5 days left on that mint, and you get a Monad OG, and they're actually looking hella fun. How many is there to mint though here, or is it just as many as you want for?
That I'm not sure.
It doesn't give me a limit. I'll go ahead and mint 10.
This is total items 86,000. So I wonder if that's how many are in the collection.
We can mint a ton. We can mint every day here. Oh no, I can't. Sorry. The Gwei is 9. So it works because it's a rebuild of Ethereum. It doesn't use Ethereum. Right? It's Monad, but it's a rebuild of Ethereum. But it's cheaper, so it does display the Gwei, but it's cheaper, much cheaper, almost for free in gas fees in comparison. So, all right, awaiting. I just did 1, and that went right. Waiting confirmation, minting 1. Hunt down more, Tic. I'm feeling like I want to mint some more.
All right, I'll see what else I can find. My other wallet actually has way more. So if I go here and then I'm trying to see how do I see my own collection of my NFTs. Let me see.
I'm gonna have to look at. So I minted 5 more of the OG. I minted 5 more.
Let's see. So this one I had minted. Okay, so this is the go to full page, share, copy to clipboard. So this one is the Bored Ape. This one is sick.
Yeah.
Hopefully you can.
Yes. Let's go. Bullish.
Monad. Yeah, the Monad Bored Ape NFT number 0. That guy's pretty sick.
Yes. That is looking so sick.
I got some other ones in my wallet too. This one was interesting. Monad Explorer Magic Eden not listed. This one, yeah, I don't know. Average price 1.26. So I actually paid like 1 monad for this or something, and I'm not really sure what it is. Yeah. It looks like one of those like surprise boxes. It says Monad Explorer Magic Eden. It looks like
it's a layer 3 cube.
Yeah, what is that?
Yeah. So we got to explore this though, because if it's bullish, if I think it is what it is. But let me look at the. Is that still? Oh no, you got to buy that NFT, right? The Bored Ape.
Is that the? Well, I have mine listed, so you might be able to mint it for free.
You listed.
Yeah,
where's the one?
Let me see. So, Monad Bored here. Let me see. Is this? I'm not. This might be it here. If you go here, that might be where you can mint it.
I need to mint it. Oh, the Monad Zumotu. All right. Let's go here first. Let's get this minted.
Yeah, the Monad Tomato. Yeah. Monad Tomato.
Yeah, the Monad Tomato. Yeah.
I thought he was cool too.
Yeah, I've been so busy, and like I said, I need to go to Monaco next week to train somebody there for 4 days. I'll be there for 4 days before I fly back, and it's very annoying. But yeah, gotta be done. And then possibly after that, I'm gonna free up some time to, because I'm gonna have more and more time, because everybody that had personal training is basically done, right? It's the month of May, and most of them are going on these 3-month schedules with me for transformation, and so most will be done by the end of the month, and then I have some free time on my hands to launch a meme token on Ethereum.
Look what happened with these Pixelar ones. So the ones I showed you a few days ago, the floor now is at like 20 Crazy. Monad, or no, 14 monad. Yeah, I have at least one of them, dude. Yes. Stoked.
So this is a way to also gain more monad, when it is not using that faucet.
Yeah.
But mint some bullish NFTs and list them, right?
Yeah.
List them. And raw.
Let me see. Yeah, I have mine listed for 50 monad. So.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, I'm not gonna buy that one. Screw
that. But I mean, I'm just gonna let it sit there, and maybe in a month from now.
The Bored Apes. Where can I mint those? Are these mintable? I need to buy them.
It might have been a limited time mint. I came across that the other day, and I have 2 different wallets for some reason, because when I was setting up, I was having issues figuring out which one was going to be compatible with Monad. But so I have my Phantom and my Coinbase, and so some of my NFTs are on Coinbase. But so I've done this since we started discovering it. I would just kind of like pop in, like mint whatever, and not really know what I was doing. And so now I have like a little collection on each wallet, which is kind of cool. But the Bored Ape, let me see if I go Bored Ape NFT, and then here I'll set.
You can buy them. You can buy them.
The Bored Apes, they don't have them for free anymore?
Nah, I don't see it.
So if I go here, and then on the right, it says buy, but it's only a fraction of a monad. It says less than 0.00001 monad. So buy. So I have the option to do that to buy. I can buy, 7 of them, and then I wonder if I can send any to you. because I have a bunch of them. So like if
yeah,
I
but
go,
I don't know what I'm buying. It says number 0.
when I go to my collection, it says I have 13 of them now because I just kept
Jesus.
minting them. And
Ah,
let me see, sell. There's no way to. I wonder if there's a way to transfer. Edit listing.
let me look at, you know, let me look at NFTs trading. I want to filter. Go to.
I don't see the option to send. Like, let me see if I go. Oh, send. But I don't see the option to select an NFT. I can only send monad. I'm not too familiar with NFT trading. I've actually.
The floor there is already 16 monad on these Yaiko nets.
Which guys?
The Nyko nets. Yaiko nets. There's 16 monad floor price.
Let's see. Where do you see that when you go to Mint?
Well,
Or...
just trading on the testnet, right? So you can look at the collections there. You have the little monks, mystery token, pixel art, chalks. You have these boxes. We got the meow nets, spikes.
You can actually search by free too. So this one's a free mint. Here.
Where do you search for? Okay,
I went to live feed. So
you're going to the Mint terminal. The Mint terminal.
Mint. You go to
Mint terminal.
Yeah, you go to Mint terminal and then live feed. So on the left it says trending at the top, and then on the right it says live feed. Click on live feed.
Oh, live, yeah.
And then on the right side, click on free, and then it sorts them all by free mints.
Yes, these are. Hold on. Yeah, filters on. Oh, we can go there. And then I kind of want the mint. Okay, yeah. So right now I see the Mr. Base ones. Is that correct? Am I correct?
Yeah.
The price is, however, 5. Ends in 1 month. You got these monad NFTs. 1 mint now.
Pepe King. This guy's a free mint. Pepe King.
No.
Yeah, but hold on. It's like a pixel art Pepe. Let me see. It was showing up.
That's bullish.
Are you seeing the image?
Hold on. I'm getting there. I do a lot of clicking, and I have like 20 tabs open. So, you know.
Yeah, I don't even know how I'm doing this right now. I have like so many screens and windows.
Well, I cannot view the item.
Oh,
this is the thing. Yeah. You send me the link, right?
I can't see it either though. The thumbnail, I can't see the thumbnail on this one.
Oh, you send it to me and I can see it.
See, it looks like I'll send you another screenshot of what it looks like on the terminal here.
Yeah, because I'm confused.
See, so on the top left, I can see the thumbnail, but
that's what I see. Yeah.
So I don't know why it's doing that, but if you click on Pepe King, the little on the bottom right, and then you can go buy.
Look, I can buy them, but I cannot mint them. I can buy them, but I cannot mint them.
So let's see. I just bought one, and then if I go to my wallet, let me see if it shows up now as an item in my wallet. Come on.
I'm gonna buy 2.
Yeah, I see it. I got 2 of them in my wallet, but I can't see the media. It says media not available. So I don't know if maybe. And if you go to About Pepe King, then you can see the little pixel art guy. I like the pixel art though. That guy's actually kind of cool.
Yeah. I really like the El Sheikh.
Yeah.
Whatever.
For sure. Very.
Like that one. So, looks bullish. So if you're minting something bullish, guys, you can just list it, and then you get more testnet tokens back. So you can actually try and make these NFT trades actually pretty bullish, right? Also, if you never dealt with NFTs before in that way, right, trading NFTs like that, that might be a learning curve for you too. It's not costing you anything, right? And it's fun. It's like paper trading. We're paper minting. We're paper trading. We're doing all that stuff. So let me go to the mint terminal again and see if I can come up with something. We have a quality filter. Yeah, we have the mint style, open edition, limited edition. Yes, there's this Mr. Base again that I can't afford. And we got Fopo. No, that doesn't look. Leonard is live and minted for one. I need cheaper. I need.
Ooh, and then they have paid ones. So this one, Chog Bullish, 0.055. Nice. So now I'm going to get another one. Dude, I'm just on a spending spree. I'm going for broke.
I see Pepe King, Monad Black Wolf.
Nice.
0% minted.
Oh my God, you're going to love this one, Wilder. This one is
You're so
freaking
good
hot.
with this. I'm just going to have to wait for you to drop me links. Because when I'm looking, I'm not seeing it.
You have 0.3 Mon to buy this, right? Ooh, it's so cute. I love it.
Yes. Give it to me now. Oh, no, I don't have anymore. Then I need to go to another wallet and send it to the other Monad wallet because I just splurged on some other stuff in the meanwhile. Oh, no, I have it. No, I have it. Oh,
Chog Bullish, yeah.
Bullish.
You got to get the
Yes,
Chog
buying
Bullish.
one.
That one's so cute.
One.
I love that.
I'm just going to get one, though, or else I'm overspending. Get one. Okay, and then I'm going to look at my wallet and see all the stuff that I minted. Oh, we should get Memes in here. Memes would love this. He was going on a minting spree. And you should be, because the more transactions you do, right, testing that net, the more airdrops you will gather, you guys. So this is a lot of fun to do, looking for these NFT collections on Monad. I want to say Nomad now because I saw the Monad Nomads. That's kind of a.
Ooh, this one ends. This one ends in in 22 hours. Come on, let me get it.
Oh, the floor price is up 7.5% on these Chog Bullish.
Nice.
That happened.
Let's run it up. This one, Haha X Monplouf. Nice, I got it. Okay, cool. So Explore Collection. This one's got 22 hours left.
Okay, so I'm gonna then screenshot it and make a post about it tomorrow. Notice on, and you guys, you can look. You're doing this on the live stream, right?
Yes, yeah, all of
yeah. So
yeah,
you can see the mints that we're doing on the live stream. Go there for what is this? Haha and Monplouf?
I have no idea, but yeah, it says that there's 22 hours. Is it? 0.93.
I do not have this anymore.
Yeah, I spent 0.5 Monad on it because I don't know what it is, but
yeah, but immediately the floor price is jumping to plus 16%.
That's a good thing.
You bought cheap. That's a good thing. Yeah, bullish.
Cool.
Yeah. So how can we list those?
Yes. So then you go to your top right. Click on your profile. It pulls up your wallet contents, and then on where the price is, when you mouse over it, you have the option to list now. So for like Monad Milk, I'll go. Oh, I already have that listed for 3 Monad. But let me see. So for this guy, I'm gonna go list.
My guess is 3 Monad.
Yeah, just to see.
0.3 Monad, you mean?
I should, huh? I was just putting it up just to see because a lot of them, the floor is so high that I was like, what difference does it make? But
okay, so I have that wallet open. So just walk me through, right? Because other people. Oh yeah, now I see it. I see that portfolio. So I have the El Chic. I have 5 El Chics, 4 Milk, 6 OGMs, and Pepe King. I have 2, and I have a Chog Bullish. But I cannot see what I minted. That is just not gonna be a thing.
Well, you could see how many of them are on there. Yeah.
But not which one.
Right. Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna list my Chog Bullish, and we're just gonna go ahead.
What are you listing it for? How much? I'm gonna list mine too, but I want to do mine at the same price as yours.
I'm
0.5?
gonna try it.
Are you
I
thinking?
want to, but I need to go. It doesn't allow me to up the price other than, oh, that's the ladder.
I'm gonna do 0.33 and just see what happens, just for shits and giggles.
Yeah, but the thing is, I can't. So I'm going to list item. Then I'm on that ladder, right? But then when I hover over where I want to up the price,
Yeah. You select select the number and then just type in whatever. I
oh, you
think.
select the number, you type in whatever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, three monad.
I put
UEC
0.3, yeah. But I can change my listing here.
0.3.
That's what. Let me see. So if I go
Let's
ladder,
just raise the floor, my guy.
top tray, floor, top tray.
What's the floor now? Just triple it.
I need to fix my listing now. Best price 0.3. Oh. Sell.
I'm just gonna do
update listing.
And maybe somebody.
3 monad.
I'm gonna list one item for 3 monad.
Up 800%. Here we go.
I'm up 800%. Let's go.
There we go.
8x. All right, confirm. We're gonna complete the listing. That's very easy, actually.
Yes.
Magic Eden is nice. Yeah.
Listing placed.
Bullish, one item. You know, maybe somebody doesn't know how this all works and buys it for 3 monad and make mommy rich here on monad. Let's go. Let's do that thing. This is a lot of fun. This is gonna be a staple in our spaces where we're gonna do free mints on monad. And okay, so where do we buy meme tokens? Tic on monad. Let's do that next. So every day we can ape on monad and paper trade.
Hey, I figured out how I could transfer. So so where the plus is on the top right, so if you put over chog bullish, there's a plus that comes up when you hover. You do that, and then that selects the item. Then on the bottom right, there's the option to transfer. You click transfer, and then you can put the wallet address, and then how many of them you want to transfer. Yes. So I can.
We can give away. We can give away NFTs too. We can. For you. We can transfer in to you guys. We can do like giveaways here. It's gonna be paper giveaways, but it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's like if you want a bored ape, a monad bored ape, dude, I've got them to give away.
I gotta put in.
Dude, I want to send you one. Okay, let me see. I want to send you one. So I'm gonna highlight my bored ape. I'm gonna go transfer. I'm gonna do 1, and then here, send me your wallet, your monad wallet address to receive. On Telegram, and I'm gonna send you one of these bored apes. I want to see. Well, we got to test this to see how this works.
I'm going to give you copy the URL of my profile, right?
No. Your wallet address for receive on monad.
Oh.
So you go to, so on the top right, click on your monad profile to pull up your wallet. Then go to receive, and then that'll give you your address that you can.
Sure. Yes. Because I couldn't copy it from the receive, copy address. Go to Telegram, send it to Tic, and Tic is going to bless me.
Yes, dude. I want to see if this works. I'm like excited.
Yeah. Let's go ahead. We're testing the net.
Hell
Here's
yeah,
my
here we go.
toe.
Dude, for a second I thought that maybe they had like made it so that you couldn't do this for whatever reason to prevent people from exploiting it. But
yeah, possibly.
Yeah, let's see. So there's valid monad testnet address. Hey, I'm going to send you 2. Then you have 1 to give away too.
Thank you.
There we go.
Send the board ape my way.
Dude, this is crazy. It's transaction in process.
Kind of have to wait for that one. Right?
Okay, transferred successfully.
Oh, cool. Let's have a look in my wallet.
So now when you go to your top right, you should be able to like pull up your items, like your portfolio, and then hopefully
Why am I on Ethereum somehow? Fucking slap me on Ethereum. I don't want to be on Ethereum. Put me back in the monad. Come on. Monad testnet. Here we go. Why is it doing this to me? Come on. Hold on. It's something I might do. Show me the profile. All right. Yeah, I'm back. I'm alive. Yes, I've got 2 board apes
Hell yeah.
successfully received.
Hell yeah. I'm
Right.
stoked.
Definitely.
For a
I
second,
got it.
I was
Yeah.
like, oh man, did it not work? So that is so
No, it
cool.
did. Yeah.
Hell yeah, fam. We're in the
Well,
money.
yeah. Offers, items. Let's see my items. Yes, 2 board apes I received. Thank you very much, Tick, for
You're
your
welcome.
gift of the board apes.
Yeah,
I want some more.
I have mine listed for 50 monads. So if you want to turn around and relist it,
No.
I listed it for
Go
50
ahead, do
monad
it.
because I was like, why not? Because like if it becomes a hot
Yeah.
commodity, I didn't want to list it for 5 monad and have it get rugged out from under me without, So I was like, I'll just list it shoot for the stars and land on the moon.
Let's go ahead and do that, right?
Hmm.
I'm gonna list 2. So when we hovered over list now 1 and 50 monad, right? So I'm gonna list the 2 for 50 monad. Let's go. I own 2. I'm gonna list them both for 50 monad. And I received 99 monad, of course.
And you didn't have the option to buy. You couldn't buy them from the collection, right? Like, so that mint must be over.
Yeah, the mint is over. I can't buy them for the collection.
Sick. Okay, that's what I was hoping for. When I saw the board ape, I was like, I'm snatching that up immediately.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Snatch that one up. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
And then I get to share the love too. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah, we should be looking at these things daily. So it's going to be, you guys, this is going to be a daily thing. Hands up if you like this, by the way. Hands up if you're liking this. And maybe I should hold that Telegram group a little so you guys can be in there and clicking links with us and mint with us, right? So thumbs up if you're liking free mints on Monad and if you see that is fun to do on a daily. Nobody's showing hands.
Oh, we got a couple. We got a couple emojis.
Oh, right.
Lamb, Brad, Meta. Thank you guys.
All right. Yeah. So, you want to, this is early alpha. You want to do these things, I don't want to say, trust me, bro, but
right.
Trust Wild here. We're going rogue.
Hey, yeah, I just did notice something though. We do have a celebrity in the house with us. Is it Monkey? Right? M? Chatette. I was playing around, but yeah, one of the Chatette members is here. Yes. Yeah, I don't know if they want to come up on stage.
On my timeline, I'm getting very warmed up to the whole Chatette thing.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I am. I'm getting warmed up. Yeah. They're hitting my timeline, right? They're out there being loud about it. I like that, right? If they keep on doing that, then yeah, they'll earn a Wilder bag.
I'm pretty bullish on the fact that they want to be like a face for women in crypto. I think that it's very bullish because there isn't that representation isn't really it's not present in my opinion.
Well, you have Retardia, but that is like the more edgy stuff, right? The autistic girls then.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have Giga Chidette, but that's like the cabal.
Oh, okay.
Can we say that? Yeah, we can.
Yeah.
And so this is like a more OG version, I would say. A more relatable version, right? More down-to-earth version of that. So maybe, look, these floors are low caps, like nano caps sometimes even. But they will do some excess, right? Sometimes there's more upside potential there than anything else. Because these other ones are just constantly. So I don't want to bag on KOLs because there is actually good ones out there.
Mm-hmm.
Do it right, but a majority of them are not. And the thing is, they're so expensive, and they will sell on the chart right away. They're not holders, they're not investors, right? They're just making a call,
right?
And then they want their money back. If you send supply, they're gonna dunk it, or else you're gonna have to put it out of pocket, but then it's got to come from somewhere too, right? And then so yeah, there's 2 arguments, for it, bearish and a bullish one, but I can definitely see where it's just not helpful for the future. to have that, right? But it's kind of like the holders kind of are a part of that dynamic too. Like if you're holding, why not make a post about it on X, right? What's it to you to put a post out there for your bag? But no, everybody's waiting. Yeah, just hire a KOL and he will make the post. All right. So guess where that money needs to come from? Yeah, right. That's you, the holders. So
Mm.
either you're gonna have to do it yourself, and I rather make a post myself. I'd rather bull post myself, right? And I think the Valdino people are bull posting.
Yeah.
Right? Dojino dogs are bull posting the tokens they are in Fox, right? Yeah, because you know what? It is that's the way it's for free. But if somebody's a holder, not willing to make an X post about it, and I don't know what you're doing in the space, you are ready to just get dunked on and pooped on, right? By KOLs because that's what you want, basically. Because if the word isn't getting out, then it's got to be paid for.
Yeah.
So I think the best way is to do it in cadence, right? To have some vetted KOLs that will actually not sell in one go, maybe do it over time and have an agreement like, hey, little by little or something like that, right? And so it's not that noticeable, and then have a community that works, and then have that being reinforced with a bigger voice. Yes, maybe that's the way forward there. But yeah, if you do not, I'm bearish on you if you do not want to make a post. I will not want to be in a project with you, right? So
Mm-hmm.
if I see a lot of holders just sitting back at me like, yeah, pump my back, bro, it's like, yeah, this is not how it works.
Yeah. Yeah.
Death, do something, right? No, you do something, right? Hit a freaking like button on somebody else that makes the post, and if you don't want to make your own post.
Mm-hmm.
But there people are not even doing that, right? Or leave a bullish comment or something like that. But people are so reluctant to it. It's like whatever, your X account is not, anything fancy. You can you can give a like and make a post. It's not that hard. But I think the nowadays people expect the KOLs. If there's no KOLs, people are not buying. And it's like, Jesus Christ, do you know what you want? Or they ask for like, yeah, do a burn tokens. Well, that is so bullshit
Right.
because you got to burn 80 to 90% of the supply for that stuff to actually show up on the chart as a price squeeze. So burning 1% is going to do jack all, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's not going to help. It's just going to support some sentiment. But it's people, so it's like Jesus, right? They don't know, and it's just making it harder. But yeah, I want to be in communities that are posting on X that have fun, because it's supposed to be fun. You be like, all right, I'm gonna see this meme, or I like this art and I'm gonna post it, post a thing, and support each other, like each other up and stuff. It's like that's community. And if you do not want to make a post or like somebody else's, then go ahead and take a hike. It's a fly kite. I see that is going to come up for the Chidettes. Is coming up for the Chidettes.
Oh,
I hope it's
nice.
a welcome on stage as soon as your mic is working. We'd like to know
Oh,
how you're doing.
it's working now. Can you hear me?
Awesome.
I can hear you just fine.
Hi. I'm at work, so I won't be able to talk too much. But I do love what you're saying, Wild, because we don't really show to that. We kind of go into communities and kind of like check out how other people's communities are. And I agree with you. Like every time anybody wants to come into Shadat, we're like, you have to actually work for your bags. You have to actually like be part of the community. And we also would like you to hodl because we want this to be a long-term thing. And so a lot of times when we go into other communities, we just kind of go and listen. Um, but I really enjoy the Dodge No Dogs community. I've actually gone to your space, I think Regal's, Edge, Keys in theirs, and I think you guys are such a strong community. And it resonates so much with our community because I'm like, I love how you guys each have your own space to do what you guys are passionate about. And they don't tell you you can't do this, you can't do that. And they actually support you in what you guys want to do. And that's how we are too, where we're like, we're a community where it's like, why would we keep our community closed off into our own community? We're like, go no. go spread out, go meet other people, go network. Don't just sit in our community. Like what good does that do? You know? Like go make other friends, go meet other people. If you have other tokens you want to invest in, go invest in other tokens. That's completely fine, you know? But I realize that about other communities where they really gatekeep their community members, where it's like you're stuck in here, you only stay in this token, you can't go anywhere else, you can't show any other projects, you can't support any other projects. And I'm like, no, we can't be like that because our token is for the community and it is for women, like you said. It's not for like the Giga Chadettes, where it's all just about fitness and health. It's about for the moms, for your sisters, for your grandmas, like the Chadettes in your life, who help you, who raised you, who helped you become the person you are. So I think you're also a Chadette. You're a great Wild. So I love everything you say on this space, and everything you say is so true. So, but thanks for having me up here. I had to get back to work, but I will listen.
Well, thank you first of all for coming up while you were at work and doing pumping your bag because you did, and I think it's genuine, and I like that, right? Even though I'm halfway a giga Jeanette myself, because I am into fitness by a lot, but I recognize, right, the power of the female voices in there, that is regular voices, and we have them too in our community. I mean, I name Grammy, for instance, like, was she like 72 years old, trying to make life changing stuff happen, right? And it's like, geez, right? So much respect for that. It is that's these are, examples, not just for females, but for anybody, right? I mean, at that age, and then, having the motivation and the view for the future, still not giving up, right? Life's not ain't over till the fat lady sings up over at Grammys. Right? She's all about it. She's all about it. I think that's wonderful that we can be in a space where people like that feel comfortable joining, right? So I think it should be broad like this, even though you might do some work in your niche, right? And gatekeeping communities is the worst thing ever. It's the worst thing ever because you need people to, it blows up communities, and we see it. I've been in communities that did that, and were so cultish like that, right? And me, I'm always a butterfly. I'm every chain and tokens, different meme tokens. I'll go there, ask about it, have fun talking about the market, because there's something that unites us all, and that's crypto, right? Web3. And so there's always a bridge to be made, but it's horrible if people say you can't buy other tokens. Well, how can we be comfortable holding them? Because if I risk manage my portfolio right, and I make some profit, I might just double down more on my bag that I have for the token, right, that of the community, or I buy more Dogecoin NFTs. Right? What is this? There's enough for everybody. It's such a lacking mindset to think that you have to gatekeep and somebody can only have this token, or right. That's just ridiculous.
Very
That's a
bearish.
lack mindset. Very bearish, right? I mean, so as soon as if you're in a community and start saying this, you cannot talk about other stuff. It's ridiculous, right? Don't go there. It's not healthy for your mind. It's not healthy for your trading, for your portfolio, these things, right? And but like I said, warning story, that XRP8, that HPOP HI, what it did, right, to its holders, and that was a strong ass community, you guys. It was not a bigger community at the time than that. It was all over the place, and it blew up because of that. And people lost all their savings, because that was the religion was like, you only buy this and you buy
Mm-hmm.
more of this
Mm-hmm.
with everything you got. Sell your house, sell your car. Then we're actually saying that ape like savings all the time. And then I got a little bit, sometimes they didn't pull me up on stage anymore, because when I was on stage I was like, hey guys, you risk manage your portfolio,
Right.
diversify.
They didn't
I
want to
was
listen to
like the
reason.
opposite of that. Yeah. And they were like, at one point they didn't hoist me up on stage anymore, um, because of that, right? And I still know some people from that community that survived the storm there a little bit, right? And so some OGs in this space. And it was like, yeah, I wish I listened to you when you said that. But there were people losing $25,000, right, in that rug, and that freaking money grab. So they just took everybody's money right before Christmas. That was so sad. Like I said, there was actually people who were suicidal because of this. It being before Christmas, losing all your savings. That never ends well. when they're so maxi on everything. Don't be a freaking maxi. And this goes for real life too, you guys. Don't be maxi on nothing, because you will lose, because you're just, keep yourself from other opportunities for other areas in your life to be happy, right? To live a fulfilled life. You need to be as broad as possible of things that can do that for you. Why would you just, double down on one thing? Never ends well. Or one person, right? Do not do that. Yeah. Okay. So
True.
you also need to be knowing when you need to walk away from shit, and then you'll be doing that naturally if you have other opportunities. If
Yeah.
you run yourself from opportunity, you're gonna feel like you're stuck with the something that you have, like being an Ethereum maxi, being an AVAX maxi. This doesn't work. So you're just running yourself. This is just the alpha. Look, let's say you're Sui maxi, but Sui is only gonna have maybe 1.5% of the market. Yeah, you just rug yourself out of 89.5% of the rest of the opportunities you could have had. Now you cannot be 100% exposed, right? Because then you need to buy everything basically. But you want to be exposed to more than 1.5%. How about 5? How about 10? So realize this, right? And then you huddle with pleasure. You huddle with pleasure. Yeah,
You can
I just
sleep at
get on my
night.
soapbox. Well, I get on my soapbox with these things because you should be a profit maxi, you should be opportunity maxi, right? That's what we're here for. We're not here to rotate for 10 years more. That's crazy, right? So, in order to do that, it's, if you're just on Solana, well, guess what? You're just going to be exposed to 1.5% of the market. And that's already a lot. I mean, you could do it that way, sure. But are you maximizing your potential? No, right? And you're not risking now if Solana is not performing well and doesn't get that 1.5, you're stuck at 0.9. You just cut yourself, right? So you don't need to be as fluid than to be all over the place. Kind of watch for that too, because you need to be able to manage it. But you know more than one chain, yes please, right? Because the volume will not just come for one, they will come for all. And I'm sure there's going to be some golden runners right in there, right? And we're hunting them down, right? I think Mona is going to do very well if they ever go on, main. Maybe they go main in June. Oh my god, this would be too bullish. But you want to have opportunities, and you want to be on the you having some front row seat somewhere. And you can do that if you're not a maxi, right? You're looking for opportunity. I'm always out looking. The side testnet or Sei testnet, Sui testnet, right now the Monad testnet. Aptos I missed. But don't fade on Aptos, right? Don't Aptos bullish. And these things are, having good entries. And you want to look at some utilities on there, and you're early because these don't have any listings. So do they need to be part of all of your portfolio? No, because they're young chains. So they're going to be volatile and they have much upside potential, but they're also young, right? So there is no trust being built there yet. So you see volume coming in, and then the volume doesn't stick around, right? Or 100% volume comes in and then 80% rolls out. You saw that happen to Sui as well, even though Sui is a hella bullish, but it's because it's a young chain. So, that's why everybody's so bullish on Ethereum, because it has that track record, just like Bitcoin. It's the number two, right? So the longer that something is still bullish and existing and traded on, the more of the bigger bags it will get, because people with big bags like stability and history of a chart. And of course the technology got to stick with it, and it's got to be something. But yeah, so the younger chains are usually more volatile like that. So you got to realize that. And so when you do notice that, okay, then look at the money that I'm spending on it. Should it be as much as I buy Bitcoin? No, right? Obviously. So you just take a percentage of your portfolio, be like, all right, it deserves 5% of my portfolio,
Hmm.
3% of the portfolio, something like that. That's what it should look like, because you're still trying to risk manage. So even though we're very bullish on it, right? And it's like, yeah, all that in a bag of potato chips there. But I still got to play with the rules here. And it's a young chain, it's volatile. So I'm going to adjust my risk here. And so, it only gets up to 5% of my portfolio there. Or, if you have 5 coins, then I would say like, okay, Bitcoin 30, 20% of something like Solana, right? And or I would even do Sui for a good 15%, right? And then the rest caught up maybe in some of the utility tokens on there. And then only 2% of my portfolio is meme tokens because they're highly volatile. I got a buffer against it.
Mm-hmm.
That's just alpha right there. So yeah, you guys, we've been open. We having the shop open for almost 2 hours already. Let's have a last look at our itty bitty coin, right? Big Daddy Pumpy. And then tomorrow, you're more than welcome to join this space again. We're gonna do some more mints, right? So Bitcoin is trading at 107.1. It's let's look at that. I'm gonna go to a different time frame here. Yeah, well, still bullish. Oh, yeah, it retouched that 106, just like I said it would, right? So there's that. It touched that, moving average that was kind of like lifting the whole thing up. Um, I do see a little bit more pullback, and so you know, uh, let's have a look at that. Yeah, I see a little. Maybe we're gonna go to that 106 and bounce right there. I don't see anything directly turning so red at all, right? So maybe we go back, retouch that 106, and then let's look at the higher time frames a little bit more. Let's go to the 3 hour. Well, the 3 hour is a little bit here nor there, right? Flying around. Let's see. Um, let's go to this one. Yeah, we're overextended on that 4 hour, so I do see possibly some red coming in. However, tomorrow then, right? Because it's on the 4th hour, so we can. Uh, but I don't think it will be by a lot. What is the target then for it? What? Let's look at that target. All right, so I'm seeing that it possibly has some magnetic pull to that 105.7, and that's going to be important because that 105. What was that? What was that for the last week, Tick? Tick is like freaking beat me. That was resistance. We were dealing with a rough resistance there. We needed to bump against it like 4 times or something like that to take the 105. So that was a rough resistance. So right now wants to come and retest that as support. Now it did that already a little bit um yesterday, right? Yesterday it went in there with a little wick.
Mm-hmm.
So definitely high zone over there. And so maybe it wants to go ahead and retouch that 1.0. And then let me just have a clearer target there. Zoom in. Okay, so I'm looking at the 1.0 on the Binance chart, the 105.536. That would be maybe a good retest for it. And it would actually land definitely on that candle, that reversal candle of yesterday, right? So yeah, it would land on there. So it makes sense. It looks like it wants to go, and that's perfectly fine. We should be able to do that and still be very, very Gucci, right? But yeah, we look a little bit overbought there, so you might want to do some retesting tomorrow. Of course, the dominance is there, so it's going to drag your also a little bit. But these are still then opportunities, right? If any, and we're retesting a little bit lower than that, opportunity then for buying when you're also in the red a little bit because they're gonna respond to Bitcoin now that dominance is back on 64%. Cruising there, so stable there. So expect that to happen. That's the weather forecast for Bitcoin. Let's look at the freaking daily is turning up though, and there is some bullish divergence on that 4th hour as well. So that tells me okay, there's a possibility we could retest 1055. But the bullish divergence is saying like, okay, well, if we don't, we're still good because we tested it already once, right? Two would be very bullish for a retest, but it doesn't need to. The bullish divergence can play out, and then we're just gonna pump on again to that under all-time high. All right, so I made a post today of some important dates that we need to look at when it comes to the USA, and let me just put it in here. So it's up in the jumbotron. So you can either copy it or something. That this is for the coming time for this week, because tomorrow's the meme coin gala of Trump, and and then next week, JD Vance is going to be the Bitcoin 2025. So they haven't met some deadlines when it came to the news and what was up with all these plans having deadlines, right? And we're past the deadline, so I'm expecting that they're going to say something about it on these two dates. And is that going to be trade the news event? Possibly, because uh, it did that. We're not getting that much of a rejection. I'm now like 65% up on our all-time high, but we do have these things coming up that could very much be sell the news events. So be aware of that. And so that's why I have made that post, so you have some insight on what is going on with the administration and the Bitcoin Reserve and all of that planning. What came out of there, because they kind of missed the deadline, over deadlines already with that news. So I'm expecting some words on that at least the coming week. And so yeah, these events are on there if you guys want to have that reference. I just thought that would be good to post and inform you guys about. Now, I never trade based on news, right? But I do see that these things somehow have sell the news impact, and we should be aware of that, right? For our bags. So um, possibly, yeah. Of course, there's going to be that retail comes in and then um, immediately dunked on. So yeah, that is that. Anything else, Dick, that we need to come on with there?
No, I think that's good. Nothing comes to mind that I really wanted to touch on. I think that we did a good job.
All right, so maybe tomorrow, maybe M here. Thank you, Chidette, for coming up and speaking up for your community. You're more than welcome to inform each other a little, and maybe there's going to be somebody to represent you tomorrow. We can clip you up and put you on blast on the social media, right? Pump your bag. More than welcome to. We have these spaces every day, so whenever you guys are ready around that time, we can go ahead and do it. So if we have nothing, yeah.
Yeah.
What's the ticker, Dick?
What's the ticker? Where's it at? What is the ticker? Where's it at? I got
Look, you guys are a little bit boring. We need more of these emojis, like hearts, clapping. Clap.
I'm trying to bring the mint coins back. 1,000x is gonna land. I got it chilling in the back, and the gas fees are gonna slap. Where's the ticker? Where's it at?
Thank you, everybody, for coming again, right? Follow each other, make friends, stay bullish on yourself. Tick, last words from you. Let's go.
Let's go.
That's all?
That's all I got. That's all I got.
That's all you got.